Sir.
Good. Everyone, let's go take a seat. And I want to have you guys back straight, arms on your knees, and close your eyes too. Okay, awesome. I want you guys to think back to a time when you had an imaginary friend. Think back to him. Now he doesn't like you, your imaginary friend. He wants to fight you. He's not nice anymore. And this time he's in your head. He's trying to punch you. You have to duck, cover, block, all of that cool stuff. I want you guys to have a little bit of fun in your head. Try to imagine a cool fight scene between you and your imaginary friend, right? I'll give you guys a few seconds with that. Listen to my voice. Just keep breathing as you take on your imaginary friend there. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice. And stop. Okay, now you go to your imaginary friend, you give them a big hug. You guys are friends again. All right? So now just focus on your breathing, kind of let everything go. When I say breathe in, nice deep breath. And then when I say out, deep breath out. Okay? Breathe in, out. In, out. Last one. In, out. Nicely done. Okay, you can open your eyes. Your good friends with your imaginary friend again. You can go watch the class with us. Everyone else who does exist, I want you guys to jump up and let's get started with class. Turn around with your uniforms or t-shirts or pajamas or whatever you got on this nice.
I shouldn't say in the uniforms.
Okay, awesome. Ta-da!
Sir.
And Kilne. Nice job, everyone. Let's get started with your head. We're gonna go left and right like this. Tip it over left and right. So 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 요. Okay, I forgot something. We're gonna do jumping jacks first. My fault. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 요. good, that's good.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Legs out and crisscross and up and crisscross like that. Nice and fast, arms cross too. Now, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now,
하나,
oh sorry, yeah, keep going, Master.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Good.
열.
Hands up and down like this. Switch your legs now. 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And Master Kenneth, one more. Sorry.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Good.
열.
I'm getting in my own head now. All right. So take your head and then up and down like this. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Much better. Take your hands, go all the way up, down in big circles like this. Whole body stretch. Master Kenneth.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Stop at 12 o'clock and then go the other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and go. Nicely done. Gonna have you guys hands out like this. Big arm circles, Master Kenneth.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Go the other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Good. Twist your shoulders out like this. And at the same time, I want you guys to extend your arm all the way out to the outside. So if you're on the left side, extend your left arm. If you're on the right, extend your right arm. Okay? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Keep going one more time. Let's do it.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Good. Nicely done, everyone. And then now, can I have you guys knee up? You're gonna go to the side and switch legs each time. So, na, turn, cut, then, up, go, guitar, out, and yo. The next one, a little bit tougher. You're gonna take your leg, you're gonna raise it all the way up, stretch each time. So start off low, and then go a little bit higher. Master Kenneth, can you count us?
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Keep on going higher now. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Nice. And then now next one, you guys see me from the back, you're gonna extend your leg all the way up, back behind your head like that. Let's start with your left leg first, okay? So ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Don't kick anyone behind you. Should have made that clear. Look behind you first, check it. Gonna hit anyone. So turn to the other side. That's okay, let's go find us in.
셋, 넷, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Oh, nice one, that one. Got me a little bit. Good. And then now hip rotations, nice big circles. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. Yo, nicely done. And everyone, can I have you guys? Oh, let's go the other way. Sorry.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
That's good. Now take your left leg, you're gonna go all the way down to the ground like this. And nicely sit on your leg. Now each time I say go, we're gonna switch sides. So now, and turn. Set. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. And 열. Nicely done. Let's go take a seat on your bums. Put your feet together. Nicely done. Bounce your knees up and down. Master Kenneth is gonna count.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
And put both your legs out like this. And then place your knees go up like that. You're gonna go side to side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and good. Okay, last little bit, guys. When you guys just go sitting switch, nice and wide. Take your whole body. You're gonna go to your left, then your right, then your left, and keep switching. One, three, six, eight, up, go, there. Good. Nicely done, everyone. Can we all stand up? So you can turn around, fix your uniform.
Uniform only.
So turn back around. And next thing we're gonna do, can we get ready for sit-ups first? Easy. We're gonna go start down here. Okay, down on your bums. You're gonna raise both of your legs. You're gonna go straight up like that. And then we're gonna do 20 of them. You're gonna take your right hand, reach your left toe, and then your left hand, reach your right toe. We're gonna go 20. Ready? I'm gonna count. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Nicely done. Ah, I didn't feel that one. Okay, good. Next one, can I have you guys? Legs out like this. We're gonna go up and down like that. Okay? We're gonna do 20 of those. So 2, 0. I'm gonna count again and Master Kenneth. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Master Kenneth.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Take a big break. That was nice. Ah, good. Everyone take a stand. Good. Next one we're gonna do some squats, okay? So we're not gonna do normal squats. That's a little boring. We're gonna take our Hands pressing like this. You're gonna go all the way down, jump in, squat like that. Okay? So that's just one. So let's do 20. Okay? Ready? Let's start from here. She jump, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Master Kenneth.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Good.
열.
Awesome. Next one we're gonna do burpees.
Woo!
Okay.
Love those.
Let's get started with just easy peasy lemon squeeze. We do 10 of them. Okay. So let's see. Push up, knees together, jump up, and burpee. Let's do 10. Ready?
Sir.
Cheetah, go. That's one for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nicely done. I bet you guys are a little bit tired. Okay. Almost done here. I think you guys can guess which one we haven't done yet. We're gonna work on push-ups, okay?
Sir.
Let me catch my breath a little bit. But it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge for you guys. I'm gonna give you 3 levels, okay? All we're gonna do, you're gonna try to do 10 push-ups at each level, okay? So you'll see if you guys can pass each one. It's gonna start off really easy, then kind of hard, and then almost impossible. Okay? And then I'm gonna ask the chat and see which level you guys got to, okay? Awesome, let's start with level 1, easy peasy. We're just gonna do 10 push-ups, normal ones, okay?
Sir.
Ready? And cheetah, go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one shouldn't be too much of a problem for all of you guys. I think this is a little bit more conditioned of a class, okay? So the next one, you're gonna take your hands, you see this? My thumbs are gonna twiddle together like that. Then my fingers are gonna go like that together, okay? So these are diamond push-ups. And if you can see Master Kenneth, he's gonna show you guys the right form, okay? Just like that, we're gonna try to do 10. This is level 2. Let's see if you guys can make it through to level 2, okay? Ready? Try to do 10 of these, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For me. Keep going, guys. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to finish it. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Good. Level 3 is gonna be the toughest one, okay? Might be a little hard for some of you guys. So all you need to do is 5 of these. 5, if you get 5, that means you guys have passed the level 3 test, okay? So these ones are called clap push-ups. Master Kenneth and I will show you. If these are a little bit too tough for you to do it in this position, you can do it also from your knees, like Master Kenneth is doing there. So you jump, you're gonna go all the way down, push yourself up, clap, and get your hands on the ground before your face hits the ground. So remember, hands first, not your face, because then that's gonna hurt. All right, so let's just do 5 of those. If you can, try to do more, okay?
Sir.
We're gonna do 5, and cheetah. And 5. Nicely done, everyone. Good. How's everyone feeling after that? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go check the chat, see if you guys made it all the way through those 3 levels, okay? Can you guys type in, let's see which levels you guys gave up on, or Who's that next?
Anisha said she had to do with the clapping push-ups on her knees. That's okay, right? Form before, power, right? So get the technique right, and you'll get stronger over time.
So nice job, everyone. Good job on that little challenge. Later on, I promise you, it gets a lot easier, but you gotta just keep on going with it, okay? Awesome. Keep practicing. Let's go 2 minutes. Quick water break, then we're gonna do the Poomsae, then after that, we're gonna do the self-defense, okay? Awesome, everyone. Ta-da!
So,
King May, we'll see you back again in 2 minutes, all right?
okay, let's continue with Poomsae. Okay, today Instructor Justin is going to show you Poomsae number 4. Okay, so let's begin. Facing the camera first. Facing forward. Turn. Then. Poomsae should be. The very first movement, let's start with the back stance and twin knife hand block. Now, remember to have your hands ending up. Elbow should be bent at 90 degrees. Fingertips should be below your shoulders. Okay, your secondary hand should be at your chest level. Okay, so let's pick that up. Ready? From here. Third. From here, make sure your knuckles are touching your elbow. Set. Neck. Pass up. And going to the front, you have a head block and a knife hand strike. Make sure one's at the neck level, one's at the face level. You start from your belt and your shoulder level here. Okay, so some people start from here and they go like that. That's wrong. From your belt and from your shoulder level. Swing. Now. Third. Side kick, twin knife hand block. And here it's turn around, other block. Now. Okay, so Instructor Justin, can you move this way so that your students can see your feet? More. Okay, ready from here. Kick line behind and middle block. Now. You guys can see Instructor Justin is setting his hands before he lands. So after you finish your kick, have your hand in the air. Time your landing with your block together. Now. Third. Set. That same head block, knife hand strike again, before front kick into back fist. Now. Make sure the strike comes from under your arm, going to your mouth level, this high. Now. Third. Set. Neck. Bottom. Jump. All right, give him a hand. Even at home, make sure you're clapping at home too, okay? Okay, guys, next thing we're going to do, facing forward, follow along with his speed. Okay, here, let's begin. Take a 4 on your own time. Jamil. Ready, 시작! Jump. Okay, let's move on to take 5. Start by facing forward first. Okay. Justin, when you're ready.
Ta-da!
Sir.
동네. 준비. Poomsae number 5. 배구 5장. 얼마나 탑? 하나. 둘. 셋. 넷. Don't forget here, guys, this is a special stance. This is the L stance. It's not the walking stance here. Very similar, but you have to keep your legs in the L formation there, okay? 하나. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. Aho. So at the end, low block, middle block, facing the back way here. Okay? Hana. Turn. And now head block. The next move here, I want you guys to keep in mind, keep your arms and legs parallel when you extend them here. Okay? So I want them to look like train tracks. So if you're kicking a little bit lower, that's okay. Keep your arm a little bit lower. But as long as they're not like this, I don't want to see a crocodile, something like that. No jaws going like that. Okay? So like train tracks, I want them parallel there. Okay? Hana. Three. Set. 넷. 다섯. 끝. 바로. And jump. It's done. Now we're going to do it on max attendance time.
Yes, sir.
Try to follow along, everyone, okay? So, 차렷!
Set.
경례. 준비. 시작! 바로. And jump. Poomsae 6 time. 그리고 6장. My turn.
Forward take.
Sit.
네. Poomsae 준비. Take 6. Let's focus on doing proper outer blocks, right? Remember, starting from the head block position, moving out. Ready? First, low block and forward stance. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯. So make sure this outer block here is in forward stance. So it's going to go into your head level, not your shoulder level. Make sure it goes high enough. Right? And you still keep your elbow bent at 90 degrees. Have an L shape here, even though it's higher. Right? It's the same block, but at a higher level. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. From here, make sure your turn kick comes with a key up. 하나. Turn around into low block position. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. So make sure your twin knife hand blocks come from the opposite side of your front hand. So if I'm going to block on my right hand, my hands go left before they swing in front of me to the right. Okay, same with the opposite side. Okay, always bring your hand right away from your front hand. 하나. Your palm block, make sure your hand starts in a middle block position, but with an open hand. Your positioning should be about the same as that of the middle block, just with an open hand. 하나. 바로. Lastly, make sure your front leg steps back when you go back to 준비. Otherwise, you're not going to end up in the same place you started. 바로. Okay, very good. Let's continue with on your own time, facing forward. Hey!
That's it.
네. Poomsae 준비. On your own time, take up 6. 시작! Good job, you man. Okay, let's go to takeout 7, shall we? Yes. Step further away because I'm moving forward. I'll move back a little more.
Okay. On my count.
Sir.
Nice and chill for takeout 7. Ta-da!
Yes, sir.
To me.
You see, even instructors can be funny.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱. So guys, here, these two moves are at two different heights, right? So you have the palm block first. That's going to be at the chest level. Then you have your back fist all the way up onto your upper lip, nose, kind of mouth area, okay? So we need to be clear on the two height differences in those two moves, okay? All right, 하나, 둘. Remember for these moves, 5 seconds. And 둘, 셋, 넷, and 넷. So that last move there, we grab someone's shoulders, then brought them down to our knee, then we're gonna step forward with those two double uppercuts to the gut here, okay? Just so that everyone, it's important to know why we're doing these techniques, okay? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and 둘. 바로. And show. Nicely done, Master Kenneth. Just one pointer for some of you guys here is I noticed this a lot in class back when we were still teaching it. Is at the end here, I don't want to see you guys doing this big swing for that kick, okay? So I want you guys to just go straight up and down. It's a very narrow move, banded movement here. I don't want to see this big swing anymore. I want to see up and down, okay? Awesome. So Master Kenneth is going to do the Poomsae on his own time now, facing the other direction. Ta-da! Poomsae. To me. And 시작! And show. Nicely done, everyone. We're gonna take a 2-minute break now, and then as soon as we're done that, we're gonna come back for your self-defense. Okay? So 2 minutes, grab some water, take a little bit of a break, come back, okay?
Okay, guys, so today, since I'm not allowed to hit Instructor Justin because of social distancing, I'm just kidding. I would never hit Instructor Justin, whether there's social distancing or not. Instead, I'm going to hit Bob because Bob can't catch the virus. Say again? That's fine. So Bob here is very lucky. He gets to be hit all he wants, and he won't catch the virus even if we hit him. So what we're going to do first today is we're going to work on self-defense, right, using Bob as our demonstration tool. So first thing we're going to learn today, number one, is how to escape from a rear naked control. So, right, first I'm going to show you the position of the attacker. So, right, when someone is grabbing you from behind the neck, right, so in case you ever need to do this, right, because there are some situations where you will need to practice this, you're going to wrap your arm around someone's neck. All right. So I want you to get your arm around, right, the person's neck. So this is what you're seeing here. Okay, your elbow should be in front of their chin. Now, with the other hand, right, the hand that's grabbing their neck, you're gonna touch your elbow, and then you're gonna put your hand behind their head and push it downwards. This is called the rear naked choke. Okay. So without Bob here, this is the position you're in. 1, 2, and then 3 in the back of the head. Okay? So once you do that from here, right, how you actually do the choke, once you get in the position, is you squeeze your elbow towards itself. At the same time, you push their head downwards. So from this position, 1 and 2, you squeeze your elbow inwards. At the same time, you push their head downwards. And what that does, right, is 2 things. Number 1, you're either squishing their windpipe, they can't breathe, or number 2, you're blocking up the blood vessels, right? The combination of those 2 things is what makes people go unconscious in about 8 seconds. Okay? So, first of all, if you ever need to do this to someone, do it very carefully. Number 2, don't hold on for too long, because if you hold on any longer than 8 seconds, there can be issues. Okay? So this can be actually dangerous. The only time you actually need to use this is if your life is in danger, right? But after 8 seconds, you better let go. Okay? So, this position, right? Number 1, we just showed you how to do it, right? The moment, right, someone does this to you and gets your arm right here in this position, once they have their arm here and in the back of your head, right, you're in a lot of trouble. Okay? So if his arm is already under your chin here, it might be too late. Meaning that no matter how you try to fight back, there might not be a chance for you to escape from this. But if someone's doing this motion towards you, what should your response be? Number 1, your chin needs to go down. So if someone's reaching around to the back of your neck and you see this coming around you, you better tuck that chin in. Okay? So the moment someone's coming around to the back of your neck, you can imagine if Bob was a real person, he'd be doing this right now before I could reach around his neck. So if his chin's already down, I can't reach his neck. His chin is in the way. So I can't finish that choke, right? So what this is for is to give yourself time to escape. So if I was in Bob's situation, when someone's arm's coming around the back of my neck, I'm going to tuck in my chin. Okay? So in this position here, right, I'm going to pretend like there's someone who has their arms around my neck. Okay? So what I'm going to do first of all is tuck in my chin. Number 2, I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to pull it down. Okay? Because I don't want, right? I don't want him to finish that choke, right? So if I'm not holding on to it, if I just have my chin down, at any point, if he just pulls my head backwards, he can get underneath that chin and I am in trouble. I don't want that to happen. So I have to hold his arm from going upwards. If I let him bring his arm upwards, that's going to choke me in the chin. Okay? So in this position here, you're pushing this hand down. Okay? I want you guys to imagine. Okay? So this movement at the same time. Okay? Now, in order to get out of this, right, you're going to need to throw your opponent sideways. And this is what I mean by that. Okay? So first of all, I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine, right, you're standing on 2 feet. Okay? So when you're standing like this, you're stable. If someone tries to pull you one direction, you can walk. But what if you're leaning on one leg? If I'm leaning on one side and I'm suddenly twisted, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to go like this, move, and I'm going to end up falling. So to make that happen, this is what you're going to do. While you're holding onto your opponent's hand there, number 1, you're going to step behind your opponent and you're going to step out. So the moment you do that, this is what's going to happen to your opponent. They're going to be ending up like this because they're behind you and they're going to be having their weight on one leg here. Their weight's mostly on this side. So once that happens, what you're going to do is that arm that you're holding, you're going to pull it around. Okay? When that happens, what's going to happen to the person holding you is they're going to end up flying like this. Whoa! And they're going to end up falling on their back because they're standing on one leg and their body is twisting on it. And what's going to happen is they're going to fall. Okay? So here's the thing, right? Even though they're holding onto your neck, if you do this movement correctly, they're going to let go because most people don't want to fall down, right? It's a natural reflex for most people. When you do a sharp movement and you're about to fall, everyone's instinct is to let go and try to save themselves. So that way you'll be able to escape and run off if you need to. Okay? So the movement we're going to show you with your feet, we're going to go through it now that I explained it. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna practice this with no contact because we can. But number two is gonna be this. First step, chin down, grab the arm. Now, right, I want you to follow my leg move. You're gonna circle your left leg around. You're gonna step out, and I want you to imagine now the person behind you has the weight on one leg. You're gonna step back to your original position. At the same time as you do, you're gonna yank that arm as hard as you can, sideways. So the move is 1, 2, step back, pull, 3. Okay? As a result, the person whose arm is here, you're pushing into their shoulder, they're gonna end up going like this and falling down. Okay? If you guys can picture that for yourself, you can understand this technique a little bit better. Okay? So, right, imagine if Bob was doing this to me. We're gonna pretend that Bob is able to move. Okay? So I have my arm around Bob's neck here. Right? He's gonna step out. He's gonna step back in, and then he's gonna twist and go boom. And I'm gonna go flying this way because my weight's on one leg and my body's being twisted around. Okay? So I want you guys to have that picture in your mind. So that's the technique for escaping from a rear naked choke. Okay? But number one priority is always what? Chin down. If that chin is not down, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Okay? So hopefully you guys can understand that technique a little bit, right, from what we showed you today. Okay? But don't worry, once you come back to the studio, you get to experience it for yourself. I promise you. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to start from a different position. Okay? It's still going to be a headlock position. However, instead of having the person standing upwards, we're going to have the person facing downwards. Okay? So this is the downwards headlock position. Right? So from here is the position, instead of trying to choke the person with this movement here, because they're down, I am taking my hand, I'm grabbing it, and I'm pulling it in tight. Okay? So this position is a hold, but it's also a squeezing their neck. So once again, anytime someone's got their arms around their neck, what do you have to do? Get that chin in. Okay, keep your chin in so that I can't do this and finish you from the beginning. Right? That chin's got to be tucked in tight. Okay? So from this position here, right, this is our primary option. Okay, so, right, I'm going to switch roles now. I'm going to pretend to be Bob so that I can show you how I can respond to this. This position here, number one, tucking your chin, right? So if I'm in Bob's position, okay.
I'm the bad guy.
So if I'm in Bob's position right now, and someone's got their arm around my neck, number one, what do I have to do? Grab that arm, right? You grab that arm that's trying to choke you and you pull it down. The harder you pull down, the more space you're going to have and the more time you're going to have to escape. Okay? So now, all right, I want you to imagine that I'm still here. I'm going to go back to that defender's, to the attacker's position. Okay? So I have my arm around my own neck in this case. Okay? So what you're going to do, right, as the person is on the ground, you're going to reach up their back and go around their head to find their face. So imagine I'm still here. I'm down here now. Okay? Right? The person grabbing me is right here. They're right beside me. I have to go up their back and around to their face and push it backwards. Okay? So let's pretend now that Bob is the one who's grabbing me. We're going to find a way to see if I can do that. Okay. So Bob's over here. He's being not so nice. He's got me in a headlock position. I got to pull my hand down. Okay, so as you can see, right, I'm beside Bob. He's grabbing me around the neck, if you can imagine that, right? So violent, this guy. Bob's not a nice guy. So I have to find his face, right? I found the back of his head. I'm going to reach around until I find the front of his face. I'm going to push it backwards. And down he goes. Okay, so that's the positioning we're talking about here. Okay, you're starting beside a person. You go up their back and around to their face and push. Okay, so the position of the face that you're pushing, right? Number one, there's a lot of targets here, right? Reach for what you can, right? So the simplest one is to reach for the nose. Pushing upwards on the nose is very painful. Aim there, right? Let's say they turn their face away. You know the outside of your face? That's fine. Sometimes you have hair, you can pull that, right? Or sometimes, right, if the person is really not so nice, and be very careful with this one. Take your finger, find an eye, push into it. I guarantee you they will not like that and they will let go. Okay, so, right, you basically want your opponent to flinch. Okay, so in a practice situation, what we practice is you put your hand in the face and you just push. But in a real situation, if someone who is actively trying to hurt you wants to do this, you don't have to be so nice. You find their face, hit, and push it back. You just strike their face and push it backwards and bring them to the ground. Okay, so that's the second defense. Right, so the first one was from a standing position. The second one was from a bent over position. Okay, now the next few ones we're going to cover, instead of being from the neck, we're going to cover someone's around a person's waist. Because sometimes people, right, want to carry you off, and this is a much easier way to carry a person than by someone's neck. Okay, they want to pick you up. If they're bigger than you, they're going to pick you up by the waist because that's the simplest thing to do. Okay, so when someone is in this position, we're going to talk about it in two ways. Right, number one, we're going to talk about it with underhand. So underhand means, right, my arms are above. Right? So imagine Bob has his arms around me. They'd be around here, but my hands would be on top of his arms. Okay? So in this situation, how am I going to get out of it? Simple. I want you to imagine Bob's arms are around my chest here. I'm holding it. Okay? His feet are behind me, right? So when I'm standing in front of Bob, Bob's got his arms around me like I'm on the Titanic. Right? So you grab onto it tightly, right? Grab him tight, and you're going to walk around Bob. So what that means is this. You're going to keep your body in front of you. You're going to move your feet around the back of Bob. Okay, so both of his feet are behind him. You're going to grab his knees, and you're going to lift him up and bring him to the ground. Okay, so the movement you're doing from this position, right? You have someone's arms around you. Grab them tight. Walk around. Pick up your knees. Lift up your knees and straighten your back. Okay, so your body still has to be in front of you because your back needs to push their chest backwards. Okay, if you can imagine this, right? My chest is pushing him this way while I'm lifting up his knees this way. So basically what you're doing to a person is you're moving your knees backwards and you're moving your chest backwards at the same time, which creates this, which is going to create a fall. Okay, so the movement is going to look like this from a grab. Walk around to the back, right? Grab those knees, straighten your back, and pull those knees up. Okay? So that's the first one. This is when the person's arms are under your arms, so they're around your stomach or something like that. The second situation is when their arms are over your arms. Let's say if they manage to pin your arms down. Okay? So as Bob has his arms around mine. What am I going to do? What I'm going to do is, I just realized something. I've confused something. Okay, my apologies. The defense that I just showed you was for this. Okay, so when someone's got their arms around you here, you grab them, you walk around, then you pick up their legs and go. My apologies. Okay, we've had a few mix-ups today. Okay, so this position, right? So from having your arms pinned, you pull it in, you walk around, and you quickly pick up your knees and lean back, okay, in order to bring them down. Okay, now let's actually talk about the underhand. So for the underhand, it's simpler but also harder at the same time. So, right, in this situation, we're going to assume that the person is trying to drag you away, and he's going to be able to pick you up, okay? Let's say that Bob is small enough that I can lift up. Okay. So, in this position, right, you have to time, right? You have to time it for when the person puts you down. Because at a certain point, the person is going to have to put you down unless you're very, very, very light. Okay, we'll talk about what happens if they don't put you down later. But first, we're going to assume that eventually, once they pick you up, eventually they're going to put you down. So the moment someone who's carrying you puts you down, what you're going to do is you're going to separate your legs and you're going to reach between them and look for their leg. So if I'm the one grabbing someone, you're going to look for this leg or this leg when you separate your legs. Okay? So imagine I'm the person grabbing someone from behind right now. You're going to be in front of me, and you're going to separate your legs and reach in to find one of them. I want you to try to grab the person's leg around the ankle. So, right, if you grab a person by the pant leg, that might work, but also what can happen is the pant leg just slips up. Sometimes it just goes this way, and then you're still there. So the safest thing to do is reach for the person's ankle and you lift that up, okay? From that position, once you lifted up a person's leg, you're the one standing up, right? And they're gonna be in this position here. Oh no, okay? So from this position here, it's very simple. You're holding onto a person's leg, right? And you're just going to bend your knees and push their knee downwards while holding on to their leg. So from this position here, if someone's pushing down on your knee while lifting up your foot, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have to fall down, because otherwise that knee's going to break. Okay? So the movement looks simply like this. Lift and sit. Okay? So your hips should be somewhere around their knee level. Don't sit too far in, otherwise they'll be able to stay on their feet. Okay? Or don't sit too far ahead, otherwise you won't be able to pull up. Okay? It has to be around your knee level. So you lift and bend slightly. Okay? So once again, it's all about how nice you want to be. Okay? If the person's just joking around, lift, bend. Right? If the person's not so nice and you really need to get away, lift, bend quickly, and put them in some pain so you can escape quickly. Okay? So that is the second defense for bear hug. If you guys have any questions in the comments, please do let us know. We have about 1 minute left before we move on to the next chat. Please do let us know if you have any questions.
I don't see any questions.
Everyone knows how to do it perfectly? That's great. Otherwise, we're going to wait for Master so we can do the mat chat. If you need, let's take a quick water break. Sorry, good night, and then we're going to come back for a mat chat, guys.
Hello, everyone. Is everyone happy and healthy after all the self-defense? Did you guys take down your imaginary opponent? Self-defense is good. Are you refreshing your mind, refreshing the techniques in your head? Yes or no? About the mat chat is we're going to talk about goal settings. Very important topic. We talked about it yesterday. We asked students, a lot of students, they shared their goals with us. They typed in their goals, but their goals are, some of them typed in, they don't have goals. Some people typed in, they had goal, but they didn't complete it. They didn't stick to their goals. They quit halfway, they changed it, they forgot about it. So I want you guys to type in and share your experience. What kind of goals you have in Taekwondo, in your life, in your daily life, in your school. Small goals, big goals, short-term, long-term goal. Share your goals and let us know how you complete it. Did you complete it? I give you 30 seconds and then I'll ask our instructors to have a few comments. Thank you.
Try to think of goals that's related to Taekwondo, guys, especially.
What do we have? Anyone here? Somebody has a goal for Taekwondo is to get black belt. Someone has a goal in progress outside of Taekwondo, which is to learn a new song on the flute by the end of next month. You are so smart, Anisha. Good girl. That's awesome. Get better at Poomsae 6. Excellent, Kathy. Kathy, suppose. Elijah, learn and master choreo Poomsae. So Elijah, that's for black belt Poomsae. Don't worry about that. Now master Poomsae 4. It's better, I tell you. That would be your long-term goal, learning choreo. Choreo is a very good Poomsae, and it's not easy to do. Have you achieved any goals, any small goals yet? You guys type in, please. Try to think and don't ignore this. This is an important topic. Everybody should participate. I want to see you guys participate. All right. Now, anyone, our masters here, want to talk about setting goals?
Sir.
Oh, very good. Master Kenneth has some ideas.
Okay, everyone. So for goal setting today, I want to talk about setting goals related to Taekwondo. So especially when it comes to our improvement, we want to set goals that are related to the things in Taekwondo, especially either to our strengths or our weaknesses. So when you're good at something, right, you want to make it even better. For example, right, let's say you have a really strong side kick, right? And so if you want to set a new goal for your side kick to help yourself improve, one of those goals can be, right, being able to do your side kick, right, with more control. So for example, if you're able to do a side kick 10 times in a row without putting it down, right, and without wobbling, that's a sign that your balance on your side kick is really good. Or let's say you want to increase the power of your side kick. You're going to work on, say, maybe first time you're breaking the green board, you're going to work on increasing your strength so until you can break the blue board or the black board, right? But on the opposite hand as well, we also need to work on our weaknesses. If we only work on our strengths, we become lopsided. It's like imagine let's say your right hand is stronger than your left, so you just worked on your right hand. What would happen to your left hand? It becomes useless, right? You have to balance it out, right? That's why in Taekwondo we kick with both the right and the left legs, for example. Right? So, right, let's say, for example, for myself, let's say I'm not good at stretching. So let's say my stretching isn't good, right? So then, like, I become really strong. But what does it matter if I'm strong if I can only kick up to here, right? I have to be flexible too, right? So one of the other things you have to work on in Taekwondo in terms of goal setting is to work to get rid of our weaknesses. Because when we become a black belt, we want to be someone who's well-rounded. That's the main thing of today, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Master Kenneth. Awesome. You guys are smart. But in order to have a goal that we can achieve our goal, supposed to be specific, supposed to be measurable. Like here, Anisha says, her goal is to become a black belt. So that's great. That's a long-term goal. Maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the road. I don't know how often she trains. So that's good. And then also she says she wants to learn the song. It's very specific. She wants to learn that song with her instruments, right? And by the end of the month. I love that. That's so smart. She doesn't say, I want to learn to play music instrument. So that is something general. It's not specific. I don't know what she wants to do. In instrument, there are so many instruments. What is instrument? Until when? When do you want to complete it? She has set time. She's specific about it. And she knows exactly what she wants to do, which song she wants to do. Right? Or someone else here said that wants to improve, get better at kicking. So that's a good goal, but which kick? Say, I want to get better in my, let's say, spinning turning kick. That's my goal. Let me work on that, make it good. That's more specific. In 2 weeks, set time. So you do it, you follow. so you don't get lazy in training. You don't forget it in your training, right? Or I want to improve my spinning back kick, spinning hook kick. So if you're more specific, there are more chances that you achieve that goal. But if you say, I want to study. What do you want to study? I want to learn winter sports. Winter sport. What is winter sport? There's so many sports in winter. I want to learn martial arts. Like, what kind of martial arts do you want to learn? You know what I mean? You want to be more specific. So that's great. And write it down and tell a few people around you that you're comfortable, you know them, you trust them. Tell them, this is my goal, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to stick to it. Okay? When it becomes hard, let me know. Help me so I can do it. I can stick to it. So I don't give up. I don't quit. I don't back up. I don't forget it. So you give commitment, that person, to a few people that you know. They'll check on you. They'll come back to you, say, oh, what happened? You were trying to do full split. How far have you gone down? Are you now full split or no? That's a good idea. So you want to do, have specific goal, measurable, and then work through it, and then stick to it. Don't give up when it becomes challenging, and then you achieve your goal. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for training tonight. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. We have class tomorrow. If you can attend, do that at 11 a.m. It's a 75 minutes class. It's not 1 hour. This is 1 hour class. Saturdays is one class for all. We review all the Poomsaes, Poomsae 1, 2, Poomsae choreo. And please attend if you can, because it's online training, and the more you do, the better it is, right? So if you can make it, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you maybe next week. All right? Have a good night, everyone. Chariat, Kongne. If you have any question, please type in, let me know, and I will read your question and answer right here after I close the camera. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Master.